Afternoon, everyone. We're back here. We just did an interview with Brian Brewer, who's at a checkpoint kind of on the eastern side of the reservation there in Pine Ridge. And now we're joined by Francisca Tobacco, who is an Oglala Sioux Tribe citizen who's at one of the checkpoints near Buffalo Gap, South Dakota. Just another quick recap here for those who might have just be joining us now. Kristi Noem, the governor of South Dakota, sent an ultimatum to the tribe this week, saying that the tribe had to shut down its checkpoints along highways leading onto the reservation, and that there would possibly be action, I guess, if they didn't do so. So now a lot of the tribe members and veterans and others have responded, and they've gone to these checkpoints, and they're manning these checkpoints, and basically ensuring that those checkpoints remain operational. So, Francisca, it's great to have you. Thank you for joining me. Describe again, if you would, where you are and kind of what things were happening there.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Well, I've been here for about a couple of hours now, and I was at Ratchet Table at that checkpoint, but then I thought, I'm gonna come out here to Buffalo Gap because I don't think anybody's out here, and I was right. There's nobody out here. This is the entrance from Buffalo Gap on 41, and since I've been out here, I turned around one truck that was coming in from Minnesota, and he said he went to Ratchet Table to try to go through that roadblock, and he thought he can come back through this way. I told him no. All the reservation roads are blocked. The only way that you can go is through shattering the main highway. But right after I turned him around, a police car pulled up, and he was telling me, asking me if I worked for John or Musso, if I worked for him because they're the roadblock company, and I said no, I don't. I'm just blocking the highways and for our protection here for the tribal members so we won't get COVID, and because Noem is threatening to come in, so that's why I'm here. I don't work for nobody. I'm just here for our people, protecting our people and my kids. I have my kids here with me. We're the only ones here at this roadblock. So the cop said it's best that you don't turn around cars, and you can get fined and get entrapment or something. You get fined for that, and there's ranchers that live here, so don't turn them around if they're coming. So I told him, well, I made sure these people weren't ranchers, and they weren't. They told me they were tourists passing through, trying to go through Kyle. And I told them they're not allowed. But the cop said that I shouldn't be doing that. He said, I understand you're trying to do a protest and everything, but it's best that you don't turn cars around. So then I said, well, I thought you guys were on our side. I thought you guys were going to be here protecting us. And she said, well, there's laws and regulations that we have to follow. And I was like, okay, well, I said, I'm not going to move. I'm going to stay here still. And he said, all right. But so he went down to this Buffalo Gap Road because he said there's supposed to be some workers here that are blocking this road. Where did they go? I said, there was nobody here. That's why I thought I'm going to come and block this road because nobody is here. So he went down there to go look for them and to go see what's going on. And I guess when he came back, I talked to him, and he said that they took down the roadblock that was down there, and that I guess there is nobody here blocking this road. And he said he tried to stop a car from coming this way, and the car took off from him. So that's why he said he's concerned about my safety, because the cars, they don't care. They're taking off from the police. So he just told me to be safe out here, and not to, turn around cars because they could get frustrated, they could get mad, and who knows what they're capable of doing. But
Sure.
that's how it's been. That was the only incident that has happened since I've been out here. You know, I just turned around one car. There was no problem. They understood everything and they said, "We're sorry. We didn't know." Turned around and they went back.
Great. Francisca, what made you decide to go out there today and kind of take care of that checkpoint?
Well, you know, just to protect because this is our land and this is our territory and we have the right to protect our own land. You know, I mean, if you own a part of land, that's yours and you should protect that. And just for the fact that, you know, everything that I'm hearing about Nome and her coming out and threatening with the National Guard and coming out with the police, and that's to me that's unreal because it's like she don't, like everything else, they don't care about our treaties, they don't care about our rights, and I feel like she is threatened by us because why is she bringing National Guard, you know, whenever it should be handled um in the right way through paperwork and whatnot, but she's physically going to come out here with National Guard. Then that just shows that we're we're a bigger force than we know. You know what I mean? We're a bigger force, and I feel like everybody needs to know that we know our rights and we know what we should be standing for, and we have the right to stand out here and protect and turn around outsiders and tourists that want to come in because we don't want the COVID on our own people. It hasn't reached our people to an extent like the Navajo reservation, and we don't plan on it. That's why we're out here, you know? That's why I came out because I have my kids and there's grandparents that want to come out that can't come out.
Great.
But
And I wanted to say too, Francisca, Happy Mother's Day. I know that you have children. I don't know if you know this, but you know I do watch your page sometimes. You post some really great things from Red Shirt Table,
oh,
especially you
thank you.
know during the flood last year. I know you had a lot of really great videos and things like that. You did just kind of letting
Yeah,
people know about your struggles to try to basically have water and have running water and things like that.
yeah,
So hopefully things are better for you now that way. But
yeah. Luckily, right now we do have water and we do have electricity, and the wind is kind of picking up. But luckily, we have all of that right now.
would you mind just kind of scanning with your camera a little bit so people can kind of get a sense of the landscape out there?
Yeah, right here is the roadblock, and then this way right here is towards Retro Table and the Badlands, and then this way right here is towards Cayo and the Badlands Visitor Center, and then this is Oglala right here this way. Well, yeah, as you can see.
I love that landscape out there. You're right in the heart of the Badlands there.
Yeah,
It's good country. So,
yeah, Badlands are right there
what have,
behind me.
what have you heard about whether the National Guard might be approaching these checkpoints anytime soon?
I haven't heard much. Julian Bear Runner, his two assistants, they came by and I told them about the cop and that whole situation, and they said they got word that the National Guard is in Hot Springs and they're on their way over here, coming in through Oglala. So that's as far as much as they know, and they went that way towards Buffalo Gap to go see, you know, what's going on with that, with the cop and the roadblock and everything. But that's as far as I know. And then they said something is happening at 5:30 this evening. So then I'm thinking that's probably when they plan to come in and try to take down the roadblocks.
how far, I guess, are you willing to go in this whole situation? I have to ask that question. If the National Guard does show up in any kind of force.
I mean, to me, it's like if they show up here, I'm going to tell them I don't understand why they're even here. This is our right as Lakota people on our own Lakota lands to stand and protect. But if they want, what is their purpose? Why? What? Yeah, they take me or they tell me to leave. Then okay, but it's like there's gonna be more people coming. So what is their purpose? Or to me, I feel like they're gonna come out here and probably possibly tell me to leave or either make me leave. And if they do that, then what? Are they gonna be the ones to sit here and let people pass through? For how long? Because there's a lot of us, and there's just gonna be more of us coming back out here to do the roadblock again tomorrow, the next day. So I don't understand what is their purpose to come and take all the roadblock people to jail, and then what? Because it's just gonna be continuously happening. We're gonna continue to come out here. You know what I mean? So if they really want to set something permanent, then they're going to have to plan to come out here, take everybody, but they're going to have to plan to come out here and stay for as long as they think they can stay.
I appreciate that. If you would talk, and this is probably my last question for you, but if you wouldn't mind just talking a little bit about this issue of tribal sovereignty, the fact that you're standing on the land of a sovereign nation, and you have a state governor, Kristi Noem, who is threatening to take state soldiers, essentially the National Guard, onto that federal land, that trust land that you're standing on, and take down checkpoints that the tribe has established in order to protect its boundaries, in order to protect itself from the spread of COVID-19. Talk about this issue and why you think this might be coming up at this time.
I really do feel like it all has to do with money and the fact that the tribe hasn't got much cases. I feel like she wants us to take down our checkpoints so that they can get our numbers and get our cases to gather more money for the state and for herself and just for the government in general, because it's just really sad that she even thinks that she can just come out here. I mean, come out here to our own territories, to our lands, and make us take our roadblocks down. That is just I just couldn't believe that whenever I seen that. I thought it was, just the internet, making up stories. But to find out that it's true, that she really is coming, it's like, I wonder who's driving her to do this to us, because we have our rights. And just like how I feel like, how they took the Black Hills, I feel like that's what they're trying to do with our land. They're going to try to come in and take everything.
Yeah.
And we don't even have that much, Yeah.
Well, I sure appreciate you joining me today, Francisca. And I want to say that I'm proud of you for being out there. I know it's Mother's Day, and you probably have other things you might rather be doing, but I think it's just really cool to see you out there. I know a lot of people are standing there beside you, so I want to thank you for that.
Yep. Thank you.
Oh, good afternoon.
All right, Diksha.